Welcome to Pilates. It is important while practicing these exercises that you listen to your body. Stop if anything hurts or feels uncomfortable. Rest position. When you are in rest position, your joints are in neutral alignment and your muscles are relaxed. In order to perform your exercises optimally, it is important to correctly align the body prior to movement. The rest position is often the starting position for most exercises. Lying on your back in the middle of your mat, think about your head and neck alignment. Your neck should be nice and long and your head well supported, and your chin should not be sticking forward. If your chin pokes upwards, then place a small cushion or towel underneath the base of your head to correct this. Your arms should be resting at the side of your body, opening the front of your chest, and allow your shoulder blades to come down the rib cage and gently in towards the spine. Thinking about your rib cage next. Try and make sure that your rib cage is resting against the mat, and as you're breathing in and out, you can imagine your rib cage broadening and increasing its contact on the mat. Moving on to the pelvis, release any tension around your lower back and pelvis by gently moving your pelvis. I imagine my pelvis is like a bucket of water and I'm going to tilt it backwards to pull water out of the back of my bucket, and then to the mid position where no water leaves the bucket, and then forward so water will pour out the front of the pelvic bucket. Return to the neutral position and you should find you have a small gap in the lower part of your back and your pelvis is nice and level. Your lower limb position. Knees should be bent to 90 degrees and feet should be resting on the mat hip distance apart. Your pelvis should remain nice and level as you prepare to exercise. Just take a moment to think about how all these areas of your body feel. Being aware of what's happening in your body is a key part of Pilates. Leg scissor level 1. This is a dynamic stability exercise and aims to allow the pelvis to maintain a neutral position and the hip to work independently of the pelvis. It closely mimics walking. The focus of this exercise is to maintain a nice neutral pelvic and lower back position. Think about your pelvic triangle as being the two bony prominences at the front of your pelvis and your pubic bone, and that needs to remain nice and level. And your lumbar spine needs to be neutral, so no increase or flattening of the small curve in the lower part of your back. Float one leg up into a tabletop position, that is where the hip and knee are at 90 degrees, and then gently back down, keeping the pelvis level, and float the other leg and then gently lower. Make sure you monitor your lower back as well to make sure there's no changes in the curve there. Continue the reciprocal action of lifting and lowering each leg. I often imagine that my feet are resting on an icy puddle and I don't need to rest heavily with my feet, otherwise I will crack the ice. One leg stretch level 1. A dynamic stability exercise. Again, the purpose is to keep the lumbar spine and pelvis in neutral and allow the leg to move independently. From Pilates rest position, again maintain a neutral lumbar spine and pelvis. Slide one heel along the mat so that your leg fully extends, and then return to Pilates rest position. Now it's time for the opposite leg. You're going to alternate legs for approximately 10 repetitions, again maintaining that nice neutral alignment of your pelvis and lumbar spine. I often imagine that at a spirit level across those two bony prominences of the pelvis, I must maintain the bubble in neutral. Hip twist level 1. This is a rotary stability exercise. It aims to activate muscles that help stabilize the hip and pelvis, and also aims to challenge and control rotary forces applied to the pelvis. Again, the focus of this exercise is to maintain the pelvis and lumbar spine in neutral, but this time we're going to allow one knee to roll out to the side. I'm demonstrating my right knee. I haven't mentioned breathing yet. It's important to continue to breathe while you practice your exercises, and the correct breathing technique for this exercise is exhaling as the leg rolls out to the side and inhaling as it returns to the center. Exhaling as it rotates away from the body and inhaling as it returns to the center. This also shows you how slow and steady the tempo of the exercise should be. I've now done my repetitions on the first side and I've swapped to the opposite side. Again, I'm feeling to make sure that my pelvis is remaining in neutral as my leg moves out to the side. Make sure the knee that is not moving remains pointing up towards the ceiling at all times. Shoulder bridge level 1. This is a dynamic stability exercise, mobilizing the lumbar and thoracic spine and facilitating activation of the glutes and endurance. From Pilates rest position, bring your heels a little bit closer towards your bottom. Then think about tilting your pelvis as far as you can, engaging your glutes, and then rising segment by segment up into a nice shoulder bridge position. There should be a straight line between your shoulder blades and your knees. Then think about lowering segment by segment all the way down and have a pause. So you're exhaling as you lift and maintain that straight position, an inhale and then an exhale as you lower back down. Clam level 1. This is a rotary stability exercise. It aims to isolate the posterior fibers of glute med and corrects the timing with the surrounding hip muscles. Roll onto your side for this exercise, and you will need to do it on both sides. Place your head on your arm so that it maintains a neutral position. Your shoulders, hips and feet should be in alignment. Maintain a nice neutral position under your lower pelvis and gently raise and lower your upper knee. You should feel the muscles working as I would describe in your back pocket. Exhaling to lift and inhaling to lower. Aim for 10. I hope that you have enjoyed this taster Pilates session with some beginner level exercises.